The outside, it looks like we are living the dream, right? A greener pasture, better job opportunity, a safer environment for our children. But deep down, behind closed door, of Nigerian women, especially those in abroad, UK to be precise, are fighting silent battles behind closed door, ranging from juggling to be a good mom, a good wife, a good a support system to our spouse, juggling childcare, school runs, and everything, having to raise kids abroad without family and friends. Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rose. I will keep it real by talking about marriage, relationship, and motherhood as regard to Christian perspective. If you have ever felt the weight of living abroad, packing up your load and everything from your country to migrate to another country, this video is for you, to share with us some of the silent burden or some of the silent battles that we women fight abroad that nobody tends to talk about. Okay, I mean, people that talks about it, they are very few, and I want to air in my opinion as regard to that. I remember when I moved abroad, I had expectation as regards to what I want my life to be, and like, you know, better opportunity in terms of job, my career, being a good mom, a good wife, giving my children the best in life as much as I could, right? But at a point, I started feeling somehow, to be honest with you guys. I've tried as much as possible to explain how I'm feeling to other women, other Nigerian women, or other African women that has my color, right? Then I found out that I'm not alone, okay? I am not alone. I am not the only one feeling this way. I am not the only one having this burden. I am not the only one fighting this battle behind closed door. We come out on social media, we smile, we laugh, we look as if everything is okay, but behind closed door, we fight a battle. I discovered that one of the things that was happening to me is having to do with carrying the weight of this independence. Okay, you know, back home we have a mom, dad, uncles, aunties, relation, friends, brothers, siblings, right, that we can run to and air in our opinion or air in our view. Something as little as, okay, help me look after my kids, let me go to supermarket and get something. You are doing it, is either you do it with your spouse or you pack your children. Like that sense of independence, I know that I'm carrying this weight. Someone like me, I always like to use myself as an example. When I had my first daughter, I had a lot of support system. Like my village, my whole village was around, my mom, my dad, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, like my husband, like everybody was around me, okay, to give me that support that I needed. Then when I had my son here in UK, I was alone. Practically, because my husband had to go to work, so I was alone with my toddler, or with my, I was alone with another baby, and it was not easy. I discovered that amidst all these things, I'm trying to survive, and that weight is kind of pressing me down, because I still had to be there for my daughter, I still had to be there for my studies, I still had to be there for my husband. Okay, today's video is meant for Nigerian women, especially those in abroad, those in diaspora, UK, Canada, Australia, whereas anywhere you are. Just let me know in the comment section, did you feel this weight, like you are carrying this burden or this weight of independence, and it kind of mount pressure on us? I won't lie, but it is what it is. Okay, as I decide to come out and open up to you guys a little bit of what we are suffering or the burden that we are carrying behind closed door. We also have that burden of dependence alone. Okay, and amidst this weight, we'll try to put everything together, max it with a smile, and it looked as if all things are rosy, but it's not always like that. Now, another burden or another thing that I started feeling is loneliness and isolation. Back home, we had aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters that we can run to, or we can even call, chat, or, you know, associate with, so that you don't feel isolated. We had strong support system, right? But here, you barely even know your neighbor. It's that bad, okay? Because I mean, people like to mind their business. They're always on their own, going on a shift, doing, you know, doing their things the way they are comfortable doing it. Because I mean, this is their culture. You came to their land. You don't expect them to start, you know, being there for you as an auntie, uncle, brother, and sister. The least they can do is to help you in any way they can. But being there for you emotionally, like socially, psychologically, to connect, it's not always that way. We always feel that loneliness and isolation. I remember having a conversation with somebody one Saturday, was like, I'm stuck at home. I know that if it's back home, it's either I'm going for my friend's wedding or a friend wedding, or we shall find somewhere to go and shalaye. But here, have that notion or that thinking of who am I going to leave my kids with, you better sit your ass down and take care of your children. I'm not going anywhere. Like, you're not going anywhere without your children, right? Yeah, it kind of feels lonely and isolated sometimes. Another burden or another fight or another struggle behind closed door is identity shift, change in identity, right? And when you move to abroad, you kind of tend to, try to find yourself, find your footing, okay? Back home, so many of us are doing well-paid job, like you were comfortable with your job and everything, like who you are, you know who you are, okay? But moving to another place, like, you have to take jobs that are beneath your qualification just because you want to survive. Some will even go to the extent of being stay-at-home mom because they don't have anybody that will take care of their kids at the moment, okay? And something like that will start making you feel like, who am I? Like, who am I really? Who am I? You start second-guessing yourself, start doubting yourself. And if you are not watching it, resentment will set in. And before you know it, you start feeling depressed, okay? These are one of the struggles that we struggle with. Another struggle that we struggle with is changing marital dynamics, right? Back home in Nigeria, everybody had what they are doing as a mom, as a husband, aunties, brothers, help, everybody that is bringing one or two help or making sure that the home front is going well. Or also we had that responsibility. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what this one is supposed to do. But in here in UK, I'm using UK as an example because that's where I am, okay? There is nothing like, this is for me, this is for my husband, okay? Everybody's putting hands on deck to make sure that this home front is going, as planned. Coupled with the fact that one of the cultural shock that we have here is the way they viewed marriage. Our own ideology or what we know as being legally married as husband and wife is entirely different from what they know, okay? So we are struggling with that change in marriage dynamics back home, and the one trying to blend with the way things are here, okay? So I know so many people that are quarreling or they're having issues in their marriage simply because the husband is feeling like I am the Lord and Master, and the wife is putting in their best and feeling unheard, unappreciated, and emotionally drained. Like, it is real. Okay, sometimes most partners have to work like longer hour, longer shifts, and by the time you come back, you are drained. Like, your energy is 0%. You barely have time for each other. And the wife, on the other hand, because this video is made for the wife on the other hand will be like, okay, hanging in, holding in the rope, hoping that things will get better one day. And before you know it, they will start feeling unappreciated. They will start feeling unheard. They will start second-guessing themselves. Is this marriage really for me? Am I sure I am doing the right thing? Okay. The battle or the struggle is real. Now, another struggle that I've noticed, like this one, we don't even feel comfortable to talk about it, is the feeling or the pressure to be grateful, okay? I know that in as much as we are saying that we don't have aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, siblings, or that we relate with, okay, here in abroad, the ones back home, the aunties, brothers, uncles that we are relating with back home, sometimes we'll call them just for them to hear. Not for, most time, if people are calling you to something, the chances are that they are calling you just to for you to give them a listening ear. But instead of giving that listening ear, you are gaslighting, judging them, or making them feel like, oh, you're not even grateful. If you feel that where you are is not comfortable, come back to Nigeria, let all of us be suffering. No, we know, we appreciate. We are not coming from the place of ungratefulness or ingratitude, right? We are just looking for that community. Loneliness was choking us, like it reached here, and we're looking for avenue to express ourselves, still be there. Give us a listening ear. Cut us on Slack, okay? We are very, very grateful. Some people will look at it like, it's not working. Oh yeah, come back now. Let all of us be doing it. No. And we are even like not comfortable to talk about it because people will make us feel like we are not grateful enough for all the good things that God has been doing in our life. People in abroad still die. Yeah. People in abroad still die. No matter where you are, you will still die at the end of your calling on earth, okay? So let's stop making it look as if that, oh, those mothers, when they're telling you something, or when we are explaining, like giving you that update on what is happening, we are not coming from the place of ungratefulness. We are not coming from the place of ingratitude. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, because that is the struggle, that the silent struggle behind closed door that we often have to deal, or we often don't talk about as much, okay? We often have to deal with, and most time we don't talk about it as often as possible, because we are scared of being judged. We are scared of being seen from the perspective or from the angle that we are being ungrateful. Another thing that we have to deal with is raising kids without family. I remember back then growing up in Nigeria, my mom, my dad would always tell me that it takes a village to raise a child. And back then, I think when we were in primary school, we are not supposed to buy egg. If they see you buying egg, they will be like, I don't know about you. I'm telling you about my childhood growing up, right? If they catch you where you're buying egg, the neighbor that caught you where you're buying egg will even go and tell your mommy or your daddy, or especially suya. Sometimes people don't value that freedom they have now to just go and use the money and buy something and eat, okay? Because I remember growing up, if they catch you buying suya and egg, if they look as if like they was looking as if it's a taboo, right? And so we are not often comfortable with that. And because you know that your neighbors are checkmating your movement, they can tell your mom, they can tell your dad, you tend to behave well. But here, just like I was saying, it takes a village to raise a child, right? Here, you are on your own to raise your own child. Your neighbors are always watching you to see if you will make a mistake. They're not coming to correct you. They are going to report you so that, social service, social workers and all that will be on your matter, right? So it is, it's real. The struggle is real. Then the another thing or another struggle that we struggle with, the emotional toll that all those things deal with us, okay? All these changes, the isolation, feeling unheard, feeling left out, having to wingle everything all by ourselves takes a toll on our emotion, takes a toll on our mental health. And if we are not watching it, so many people are entering depression. So all these struggles take a toll on our mental health, right? Trying to make sure that everything is being held together, but at the end of the day, it's looking like we are not doing enough. It's looking like we haven't done enough, okay? All this take a toll on our mental health. But is there a way out? Yeah, there is absolutely a way out if we are willing to put in the work, okay? First and foremost, I was feeling this way, like I told you guys, when I moved to this country. The few tips or the few things that have helped me and other people that have been able to talk about, and other people that have been able to talk to, share my view, and also listen to them while they share their opinion. First and foremost is for you to find your tribe, okay? Find your tribe. It takes like one or two people that understand your journey for you to come snap out from this feeling, right? People that when you call, you know that they got your back. They're always there not to gaslight you. They're always there not to, body shame you. They're always there not to make you feel like, oh, you're not doing enough. They're always there to give you advice based on the level of their experience. So find your tribe, even if it's one person or two person that understand your journey, and you guys can connect together. And the next one is communicate openly with your spouse. Don't be ashamed. Don't suffer in silence, okay? I know. Some of you might not be saying that, oh, what if my partner is not understanding a spouse? What if my husband? The one I don't even understand is you now that is the husband, leaving your wife here with the kids, and you're going back to Nigeria to go and stay, and, allow them to suffer on their own. In fact, let's not even go there, okay? Let's assume that you and your spouse, you are in it together, okay? Just communicate openly with them, all right? Communicate. You don't have to suffer in silence. The only thing that doesn't have solution is dead. Won't be any solution. So as long as you are willing to communicate openly, you guys can, find a meeting ground or compromise on some certain things, right? Another tip is for you to prioritize your well-being. Rest when you can. You see, I always tell people that I'm allergic to stress. I'm allergic to suffer. The ones I can do, I do. The ones I cannot do, I leave it up to God, okay? I try my best. It did not work today. Tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow we go again. Yeah, rest and prioritize your well-being. Self-care is not selfishness. You have to be alive to be a wife. You have to be alive to be a good mom to your kids. You have to be alive to be somebody's daughter. You have to be alive to go to that work that you're working. You have to be alive to make money, right? So prioritize your health. Very, very important. Prioritize your well-being. Support when needed. Gone are the days that when people look at therapy or counseling or as people that have, psychosis. Gone are the days that people look at it like, okay, is it that bad? Like, are you running mad that you're not going for therapy? Okay, seek support if need be. Okay, if you are in abroad or if you're in diaspora, let me know in the comment section the one that resonates with you. Let me know the burden or the struggle that you have to deal with silently. Then you still come out and, you know, shine your teeth, make you look as if, yeah, everything is fine, everything is okay. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, then if you find value in this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment for me. Okay, drop a comment for me. I love and appreciate you guys. Till I come your way next time, remain blessed.